Alright, so this week we're making some Iraku dunburi, which is essentially a rice dish. So we have some rice cooked up in the rice cooker. And besides that, it's mostly eggs for the protein, eggs and chicken, right? It's in a little bit of a broth, so we're using some chicken stock. That's what the textbook recommended. I did see different variations of making your own stock and things like that. We got some crushed up with the the grinding thing here. This one. Mortar pesto. That one is ground up garlic. I'm going to be putting in some soy sauce, some bamboo shoots. I'm going to be using a little bit of coconut palm sugar, some peas and mushrooms, green onions, actual regular onions, and then nori sheets on top. So that's about everything. We're also making a Korean dish, which this will be later in the video, but right now I have some Napa cabbage kind of mellowing out with some salt on top to draw out that moisture. Then we'll be rinsing those. So 2 recipes in this 5-minute video for this week. I felt like this one was cheating a little bit because it was such an easy recipe. So I wanted to do 2 things. Plus I've always kind of wanted to make kimchi. So we'll try that out. Alright, so we got the broth cooking here. We're going to add in, not quite all of it, kind of making a little bit of a one portion one here today. But we're going to go in with the onions, and then next up, let those cook for a little bit, and then we'll add in, that's probably good there, we'll be adding in the chicken to the broth, and basically let that chicken, try not to splatter ourselves here, let that chicken actually cook before we go ahead and add in the rest of the ingredient. Alright, so chicken is just about cooked, getting tender. We're going to go, while it's at a rapid boil here, add in a little bit of mushroom, bamboo shoots, there. And I'm making a much smaller portion than the recipe calls for, so just kind of eyeballing it, which I do with a lot of foods. Add in a good amount of garlic, just garlic in there actually. And then a little bit of the pea mixture. Then I'll go ahead and add in some soy sauce and of that rice. Coconut palm sugar, not rice sugar. So coconut palm sugar and some soy sauce. I'll add that in a sec. Pretty much it. Next thing we're going to do is just to let this cook for 5 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and put the egg in there. Might need to add just a little bit more chicken stock potentially. Alright, so vegetables been cooked in there for 5 minutes. Got some beaten up eggs and soy sauce. We're going to try to basically mix these in using the chopsticks to make sure that we don't get like one big chunk. Kind of like trying to spread it out, almost like an egg drop soup. Let this cook just for a little bit. I guess you want the eggs to remain pretty soft. And then we'll go ahead and add that on. It's pretty much done right there. Alright, so we're going to try a bite. Got the chicken, egg, scallions, onions, a little bit of mushroom. I did use a pea, carrot, and corn mix. Mostly peas, but I recommended only peas. That's all I had on hand. But let's go ahead and taste it out. Ooh! Really good. Sweet with the onions and the actual palm sugar, coconut palm sugar in there. Good savory flavors. Kind of like a umami flavor almost with the soy sauce. And saltiness of the soy sauce. Bamboo shoots are really good and crispy. And then that little crisp of the green onions on top as well. Rice down on the bottom. I actually just used some sushi rice. It's like my favorite rice, or jasmine rice. But sushi rice is really good. This is a 10 out of 10. I think I'll be making this one more often because I like dishes like this, and it was actually really easy to make. All right, so this cabbage has soaked with salt for a little over an hour. Now we're going to start rinsing. So kind of do like a soak, rinse 3 times until we go ahead and get the rest of the stuff in there. All right, so as of now, just put in the green onions, Napa cabbage, a little bit of yellow or red onions just because I had it. There is a bunch of ginger, a bunch of garlic, some coconut palm sugar, some salt, chili powder, and I also did this chili garlic sauce. And I was looking up, this wasn't in the textbook, but I was looking up a lot of recipes, and they actually recommend some fish sauce in there. So we are actually going to add in some of that. But now what we do is let it sit for 2 days at room temperature with a weight on top. So I'm just going to put like a cup, glass cup, or a bowl on top for 2 days, and then put it in the fridge for like another 2 weeks. Actually, after the 2 days, we can probably go ahead and eat it though. So I'm going to try to mix everything up like a wooden spoon. Then it'll be time to ferment. All right, so the other recipe for this week is from Korea, and it is kimchi. So I've kind of always wanted to make this. I basically just followed all the ingredients that were in the textbook, which I'll put up on the screen. And then I also added fish sauce. I was looking, I'll probably try another recipe in the future, but a lot of them have like fermented, they have like added shrimp and different things like that that also kind of like ferment in there. However, it does smell like the kimchi that I'm used to. Today is, I guess it's a little bit longer, but it's the 3rd day. It's nighttime, so it's been almost 4 days. I'm probably going to let it go 5 days, and then I'll put it in the fridge. But let's go ahead and try it. It's probably going to be kind of strong. It does smell pretty strong. Yep. It's like really strong. Pungent, if you would, a little bit spicy, not salty, like in a good way. It's really good. I think I'll let it go a little longer. Seems like it could go maybe a couple more days. It's just